Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again today. It's better to be worth more alive than dead in the Philippines. Let's have that conversation today. I'm here on the beautiful marina in St. Carlos City, Negros Occidental on New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's to everybody. Prosperous 2024. So you may hear some fireworks going off. On my live stream, we brought up my old buddy Moonshine Shoulders. May he rest in peace. He gave me some of the best advice I've ever received over here in the Philippines. He said, Calvin, always be worth more alive than dead. And of course, when he pitched it to me, it didn't apply to me because I wasn't in a situation one way or the other. But as I kept on living and my YouTube channel started growing and I decided to build that house, a bell went off. So I made no bones about it. I wanted to make it crystal clear when I built that house. Maryland, this house is yours. I built this for you and the kids. You don't have to get rid of me to own this house. And I know it sounds crazy. It sounds creepy, cringy, really. But how many people are pushing up daisies right now in their grave because their significant other got rid of them to gain possession of the house, the property, the bank account, or whatever? How many people are in jail right now for plotting that sort of thing? But I made it clear to her, her family, her friends, anybody within earshot, even you, Marilyn, if we ever break up or anything happens, that's yours free and clear. You're not going to get any problems out of me. And I did that on purpose. And anything that I enter into going forward over here, I always keep that principle in the back of my mind because it's my ace in the hole. It's how you keep honest people honest. We come over here and we're always putting the needs and interests of other people ahead of us, man. We're big people pleasers over here. I see it. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I know I made some mistakes. But it's right in line with that number one rule of life, and that's self-preservation. Y'all know me, it's all about common sense with me. I keep it real simple, I don't complicate anything, and neither should you when you come over here. Here's how it applies to you, people who are thinking of getting married. Make sure you're always worth more alive than dead. See, when you got a living partner, you're going to be worth more alive than dead because they don't have any legal right to anything that you own. So if they all of a sudden get a wild hair in their behind and want you dead, well, they're going to kill the golden goose. See, this is the golden goose principle. And I know in the fable, they killed the golden goose, but over here, they're not that stupid. But the minute you get married and you enter into that legal agreement, that binding agreement, that's a contract where your rights and responsibilities change the minute you sign it. Things change. Now you may be worth more dead than alive. Now they've got access to 50% of whatever it is. Okay, so just think about that. If you're 60, 70, 80, you might want to think, well, why in the world do I want to get married anyway? Make it clear to her, look, no matter what happens, we're together at least 5 years. I'm going to make sure you're taken care of for the rest of your life, more than likely. You don't have to delete me. See, this is about self-preservation. This is about watching your back and keeping honest people honest. That's all it is. Same thing when you decide, oh, you want to start lending money to people over here. That's okay, but you better keep it at a low limit. See, once it reaches a certain amount, you may be worth more dead than alive. If you lend someone here, let's say 50,000 pesos. To you, it's only $1,000, but to them, it's 50,000 pesos. They may not ever be able to pay that back. But guess what they can pay? They can pay that 3, 4, or 5,000 pesos to silence you forever. And now they don't owe you nothing. It happens all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, be careful when you lend money over here, because I'm going to tell you something. I don't lend money. If I've got it, I give it to them as long as it's within reason. But I don't lend anything, because there's a good chance you're not going to get it back. Okay, so just always keep that in mind. And you know how I feel about opening businesses over here. Remember, I'm talking about me. I'm not talking about you. You can do whatever you want with your money and your ideas. As for me, the number one reason that I don't open a business here is because I don't want to compete against the locals. It doesn't matter. Of course, I can't do it now because I don't have the proper visa. But even if I did, I wouldn't open up a business that's going to compete directly with the locals. It's like taking food off their table. That in itself could make you worth more dead than alive, because they get rid of competition. But the other reason is, under normal circumstances, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me, as a foreigner here, I can only own 40% of the business. Now, I'm talking about under normal circumstances. I've got a silent partner over here. So it's my money, my business plan. I'm going to oversee the business. And if anybody knows me, I'm not going to go into it unless the business plan is tight and I've got a good chance of succeeding. And then I'm going to work night and day to make it a success. So I done built it up. Now I'm worth more dead than alive, because the 60% partner over here, all he has to do is get rid of me. Now he's got all those millions of pesos or whatever the value is. So both of those instances, you're going to be worth more dead than alive. So this is just something that you should take into account when you're living your life over here. Right now, it may not apply to you. You may not have anything that binds you to your significant other or to your business partner or anybody else, or your friends over here. But as you keep living and things change, you may find yourself in a position where you're going to have to contemplate that. Is my next move, is that going to make me worth more alive or dead? This is the golden goose principle. That's what I call it. And even though they killed the golden goose in the fable, they're not going to kill the golden goose over here. They're not that stupid. So if you're in America, it's getting late, before you let your head hit the pillow, please find somebody to help. But if you don't want them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, just getting off second shift, or you're on your lunch break and you see somebody out in the street or wherever you see them, buy them something to drink, buy them something to eat, give them a few dollars if it's not going to put your life in jeopardy. If you're in the Philippines, it's early. It's not a day goes by that I don't help somebody. As long as I'm alive, the money that I've been giving away is going to keep going. But the minute I'm dead, it stops. That's not even why I did it. But even in that instance, guys, I'm worth more alive than dead. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Happy New Year. Prosperous 2024. Rest in peace, Moonshine Shoulders.